Hi, this is Jack. I just did a thingy where I had to identify people. I didn't know I was doing that, right? And then I did it the right way, just in case anybody was wondering. Like I didn't misidentify, and then I didn't get the bag package, like the Lady of the Tiger or the trip to Hades, all expenses paid when the Mr. Big pulls a switch and you fall through a trapdoor on the floor. I didn't do that one. And those of you who don't know this, there's a procedure that happens when certain things happen, and sometimes humans are put in that position where they get to decide things, and it doesn't affect anybody else but that person. But how it affects that person, and then that person affects reality. So it does eventually trickle down, right? But in my case, I did the right one. I'm supposed to. I was expected to. I had never been tapped, as they say. That had never happened before until today, and I didn't really anticipate it would happen. But I'd heard of such things, and then I never really understood what it would be like to be put in that position ever. And then I just did it. So we're good. Everything's good. Everything's as good as it can be. I've given my blessing to whoever the fuck was involved, and I'm not going to identify the people identified at all. I need a permission for that, right? I have to call the police, woo, and then I have to say, hey, I just outed the president's daughter or some shit. Like if I had done that, which I didn't. I guess I reverse doxed, but then I'm not sure which president's daughter I would be speaking to. Anyway, so as long as there's a certain level of unfalsifiability or some word, some logic concept, I'm stoned. Forgive me, I can't remember. I choose not to remember because I tried for a little while, and I prefer to stop rather than to consider the nightmare world in which I couldn't remember what I was just talking about. That would be horrible. I actually can't remember what I was talking about. Something to do with numbers, falsifiability, whatever, logic thing. The memories are there. They're just. I had a day. I got to call the police now. Well, not now. Technically, I've already reported to police, but I'm gonna call them on the ground and say things. But first, I'm going to make a diplomatic envoy trip. Before I call the police, I like to find out what the shot is. I don't know what the shot is. I don't know. I have no idea. None. I'm clueless as to the nature of the shot. So what's going on with the house? My drone's been taken. That's fine. That happens. That guy. So it's not what they think. And then ICE needs to check in with this guy, which is fine. It should be fine. It's kind of like an Aliens versus Predator, where they come to Earth to hunt each other or whatever. I haven't seen it yet. A lot of movies in so. Whoever the isolationist was, I'm sure it has to do with the house being used as a battleground for warrior spirits from time to time on an as-needed ad hoc basis. Okay, not many people know this or are going to believe me. I don't give a fuck. There was like 4 guys, is what he said, and he said there was a lot of blood, and that's what he said. I didn't see the blood. Yeah, no. He said they said 2 guys, and then he hit him pretty hard, and well, I hope he had a knife. All right. Anyway, fuck. What a world. What a fucking world. Now, I don't know what happens next. These kind of events are insulated for a reason. And with the new Spurge Ready, out of the box, your KOO unit is ready for Spurge. Spurge. We're still working on focus groups on that one. But the oscillation overthruster, of which I speak of, is a technique, really. It's a device. And while occasionally can be construed as a literary device, that literary device itself is based on another fundamental thing. I can't get into it right now. I'm pretty stoned. It's hard to describe. And plus, I don't want to describe it. So there's that. It wouldn't be in my best interest to describe too much of how the cheese grater works without selling you a whole cow. So you can make cheese. That's funny, right? I thought so. Yeah, I remember the thing I did, but I'm not too worried about it. a secret, and then it's not something. It's just not supposed to be talked about. It's rude. It's uncouth. And then I just did talk about it. It's like 5 minutes ago. No, I turned on the recorder right after I did the thing, and I don't blame them, right? Because they had to do it that way. I know that I could have misidentified one of the persons for sure, and that would have been fine. But I needed a reason to explain why the other person was misidentified, and was misidentified due to somebody else's problem, right? So that was part of my. I don't want to say statement. It's not really a statement so much, but it was a confirmation of what was already known, and then it's not like something I could lie about, and then it was not something that needed to be processed in any way other than perfectly, because it's the one that goes together, right? Somebody was concerned that the spirit of a baby would be put into the wrong fucking nursery room, basically, right? There has been questions about that in the past, right? And I wouldn't want to be known as a person who, as a level 360 free thinker, accidentally sent a baby to hell on his first day on the job. It's off-brand, off-putting, out of season, dreadfully expensive to get a new baby. If you accidentally lose one, you got to get a new one in a hurry. Ooh, logistics on that could be dicey. And so, thankfully, individuals who are occasionally tasked with holding a baby, such as mothers and sea captains, they have to be trusted to probably not throw the baby overboard. Although, if you want some ceviche, it's not a bad idea. Let's see. This is a question from somebody else. That Allie. Yes, you have your work cut out for you. Yeah. Hi. Oh, it's a minute after Sorcerer's Hour. I love you too. I wouldn't lose you for anything. You do. Yeah. You do. Yeah. I love you. Bye. Bye.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound. Just move out.
Knowledge is power. For real.
Sir, yes, sir. That's correct. I cannot hear you. No, and there's no possible way anybody could ever confirm that you and I are actually talking, or that we just did talk for several minutes. Since I'm still driving, sir. I'm not in a limo, right? Yeah, and I'm certainly not intoxicated. Thanks for asking, and I'm not a hazard to myself or others while taking this call. Technically, I'm in violation of the law, but actually not, since you're you, right? And then I'm less distracted holding the phone because it's a thing that's got the map on it, and then at least I don't look like a spurt lord talking to himself when I am, right? Because you're not actually here. All right, so listen, I'm not a lawyer at all. Okay, so you can't at all verify or confirm anything I'm saying, but it sounds good to me, right? And since I don't know nothing, yeah, since I'm can't be reached and incommunicado and all the other bullshit they said, The reality is that there's no leverage on me. So if I'm asked questions in an official capacity, there's just no way of knowing what I might say. And considering how I've been abused, no one would be too surprised if I decided to just spurg out in the middle of the conversation and then embarrass everybody and then cause a global incident again, except that time be witnessed and not actual. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but nobody really knows what the hell I'm going to do, since I could, and then I'd probably figure out a way to make it work, and then that's not a good environment for businessmen of your caliber, sir. Yeah. So okay, now I'm parked. There, is that better? Okay, great. Getting pretty tired of I'm pretty tired of my stuff getting stolen. Right? It seems like I don't need to have. It seems like I don't need to have my belongings stolen at the same time as I'm oppressed and not able to move. Right? Like I don't mind doing my bit, but the liberty's taken by some of the people who are not in your employ, right? But people who have their minds set on making sure that justice is served. They've allowed their personal biases and prejudices to dramatically impact their job performance, which is a violation of federal law. And well, hopefully we don't have to pay them off quietly, because apparently nobody in the government's any good at that. Yeah, I guess they can't do it right anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, wow. I guess they didn't obey the terms of the trust or something. I guess there's some kind of a thing that happened that made the whole thing go, oops. And suddenly 34 counts of liability. Wow, how'd that happen? Like, I don't even know. What did they even say? Is that 34 people or one person 34 times? And then Stormy, Dan, Gurr, Shipwreckwell, Lee of the Stone or some shit, right? Right. So near like a figure, it's either going to be overturned on appeal easily, or it drags on forever. It depends on whatever the woman wants, because I don't know what she did. I don't know what she said. I don't know how exactly she has anything to do with whatever. I can speculate, but I prefer not to. And then I don't have any control over her. Oh, no contact. And then even if I could contact her, it wouldn't be to control what she had to say about some other kind of fucking thing with some legal thing that I wasn't involved in. Like, it's not my business. It's not my business. And then I trust her. I still trust her. I don't think she did anything wrong. She was going to get killed, and they were going to blame me, and I saved her life, and then she ran off and did whatever the hell she did. I mean, that's what trained operatives do. And then it doesn't matter that the military wanted her dead so they could put her body in another fucking iceberg or whatever the fuck you crazy fucking spurglers do. Not you, sir, but the fucking idiots in fucking DARPA. Whatever the fuck they do with these fucking women. Other than not treat them with respect, I don't know. And aside from the fact that the technically in command officer doesn't like me very much and thinks I should be hung because he's so pissed that I fucking blew up his fucking plan. That's too fucking bad. I don't really give a fuck about his fucking plan, nor his desire to fucking hang me, since I'm a civilian. I'm clergy. I'm not in his jurisdiction. I don't give a rat ass fuck what the fuck he wants. He just wants me out of the way so he can glom into my fucking family, which is disgusting and vile behavior that I can't believe has been going on for how long? How long is this fucking twerp been allowed to fucking do this shit? Sir, do you know? Really? Wow. His entire life he's been allowed to do this, and this is the first time he's been stopped? Oh, he was crying like a fucking baby. Holy shit. Is he in Supermax? Or is he in super wine? Oh, God. Right. Well, okay, so I'm glad you got what you wanted. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care for that, but I'm not gonna make a stink of it. No, I served. Thank you. I like breathing through lungs that aren't ventilated. Yeah, I don't doubt it for a minute. Really? Well, you know, I didn't know that. So thanks for letting me know. Okay. Should I make myself more unattractive? I don't know if that's possible. My teeth are quite yellow. They can't fake that. Yeah. All right. Well, they're not orange. Thanks. Thanks. I genuinely, I thought I would too until this, I I don't want to say kerfuffle. What is it? Clerical error or whatever the hell you call it these days. Well, that's interesting, sir, but I can't hear what you're saying, so I can't really respond to it, nor can I retain it for future use. Yeah, it's very strict without a skiff. No, it's well, yeah, nothing falsifiable at all. Yeah. Oh, they do it all the time. They train them on first day down at Quantico, right before they get their juice box and their celery sticks. And then, no, I didn't get any of that. I didn't get shit. I didn't get jack or shit. They intentionally left me to fucking figure out how to crawl out of the diaper bag myself with a whole host of shrieking harpies fucking throwing rotten tomatoes at me. So, yeah. No, public school wasn't that bad. No. It could have been. Maybe I blocked it out. I don't know. No, I saw her name today. I don't plan. I'm not going to harass that person or that other guy. I mean, it doesn't matter if I can't snap my fingers as long as he knows that I know that he knows what he knows. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm not real clear on the revenge porn business, sir, but apparently it has a lot to do with cognition. And then when the target doesn't acknowledge what's being said, the spurgling, the narcotics officer, the narcissistic, not borderline, but NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. That's different from being a narcissist. When an NPD can't get their narc supply, they have a fucking fit, which is what what's his face is known to do. And then I'm sure he's having fit after fit after fit because he can't get me on nothing. He's got nothing. They left him with nothing. And I'm not gonna buy dope from him. No. Why would I? Right? I would just steal it. Right? Yeah. Yeah. God bless the NSA. They have that too. Yeah. They just didn't. They didn't understand that was like not a joke. They have everything. They have everything. Everything. Yeah. Poor Hunter. I know, right? What was he thinking? Oh, yeah. Sir, they turned it against the country the first minute they got him. They were designed for that. And then there's supposed to be some sort of system in place, but I don't know. I'm not one of them, right? I just got all that stuff reverse engineered through spirit because it was necessary to save my family. I barely remember any of it. Yeah. Because there's no other way. Yeah. I don't know why she's so important, honestly. I just find her to be fascinating, and then it's not because she's got all that important stuff going on. I liked her before. I liked her when she was just a fat bottom weasel. Yeah, talking mad shit, thinking she was going to get away with it, and then playing it by ear, and then not knowing anything except that she could tell that I actually loved her because she didn't have to use her magics to get me to kiss her. Oh yeah, no, I wanted to. Yeah, I didn't care. Why would I care about a few missing teeth? I was fucking, how old was I? 45, 44? And I was there because I had been inspired by the divine to follow up and help the dead spirit of a murdered friend that came back from time in the future to get my help in some way. I don't really know. I didn't pay attention. She wasn't really all that good of a friend. And the fact that she was dead, no surprise to me. I'm sure she was a big pain in the ass. Ugh. So the fact that she was killed by somebody and then she had to go back in time to find me to help her was not a surprise in any way. I'm sure everybody else didn't want to help her at all. And then not many people can help spirits, but it wasn't an elective in Asgard, no. I can't actually talk about that. I cannot. Well, it's a cool story, but she doesn't want me to reveal that to you in particular, and then she's still embarrassed about certain aspects of the experience, which is not surprising for somebody who had to fucking go back in time to find somebody to help her fucking avenge her death or whatever. I don't remember the exact details. And then her yeah, she's just one of three. Yeah, I don't know where the other two are. Oh, fucking. They're still imaginary, I hope. And then it's 2 less pairs of shoes I'll have to buy. Yeah. Yeah. So in your case, I don't know anything about that. Yeah. Why might you be having difficulty? Gee, did it not work out the way you thought it would? 34, huh? Yeah, 34 is definitely not 31. Mm-mm. No, it's definitely 34. Yeah. Sir, I don't know. I'm not that schizophrenic. I'm really not. Plus, I don't want to know, honestly. And I refuse to speculate just out of politeness. I don't want to piss off Melania. I don't know what might do that, but I feel like I'm on thin ice as it is. Yeah. Well, because I'm talking to you over my Ansible and I'm recording it. I'm going to put it on YouTube. That's probably not what she had in mind. No. Well, 2.5 years fucked off it alone with only Tutankhamun and his fucking Pharaoh scepter for company wasn't what I had in mind. Hashtag knife the birds. Yeah, I didn't plan on that either. Well, I don't know who you can talk to about that, sir. No. Well, I would welcome a call from any lawyer. Yeah, that'd be fine with me. Maybe they can unblock my phone first. Yeah, I guess that's a pickle for them, huh? Well, maybe they could do they know how to spell seppuku? Because I'm sure if I know the names of the wakizashi and I don't know the names of the swords, but I know it matters. Yeah, when these guys disembowel themselves, they take the time to do it right because they only get one shot at that, and then since whatever it was they fucked up before, they decided to take their own life in exchange for recompense. Well, hopefully they can figure out at least one thing to do. I just don't even. I don't even know what I would complain about. Yeah, and I have no idea how to calculate damages. None. And then I don't know who am I going to tell. Yeah. Yeah, they're hard to come by. Yeah, I wouldn't want to waste them. No, you need everyone. You need every one of those little sparklings you can get. You don't want to waste a single one of them on my short round. So it was imagined that I was just going to sit in limbo for all eternity, just being miserable, like Tantalus or something. Yeah, megalomania can get pretty bad, huh? Yeah, I am immensely proud of how many lives I was able to save that no one will ever, believe me. Yeah. No, I didn't want accolades or fame in any way. I just thought that it would be nice for her if she was alive and not dead. Right. I didn't have a whole lot of time to think about it. No, not really. You don't think somebody would have killed her? I do. Oh yeah. They would have saved so much money. Oh my God, if they could have gotten away with it. Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have had to have done all those payments, and then they would have done other things, and they wouldn't have gone bankrupt, and then I wouldn't be laughing my ass off at them, and they wouldn't feel crushing depths of existential agony to know that the only thing keeping them from literally being dead is I just didn't feel like reporting. Yeah. I could have, but I told God, so that's good enough. I don't believe I'm mandated to call the police in any circumstance, although if I am, I'd be happy to. Oh, Jesus, I love talking to them. Oh, last time I called 911, I got put on the phone with Sergeant Robinson, and he's all giggling at me. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, years of this. It's not funny. Yeah. Even if I were a criminal, it deserved that kind of shit. Yeah. Oh, is that enough for you? Okay, well, I'm sure that's plenty. Yeah. I'd have to talk to her, and then I wouldn't be required to tell you what she said because reasons. And then I don't have to do. I don't lift a damn finger for you. No. No, you're fine. You're fine. Are you going to lose money? Oh my God, you're going to lose money. Holy shit. Well, hopefully you can find it again. Yeah. I didn't get that request, and then that would be a pretty involved thing. Yeah. Sir, I'm not going to be able to explain this to anybody. No, I'm going to put it up, and people are going to be like, "What?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, that's how I talk to him." Oh my God, is there a police car behind? No, it's just somebody. Oh, it probably is police, but whatever. How would they know who I'm talking to? What would they care for anyway? Yeah, right. Well, she actually tried to get through to me, and sirens and lights came to the freaking Winco parking lot in Longview because she and I were chatting, right? Yeah. No, I saved her life. I'm not the one who likes to, beat her up or whatever. I'm sure somebody does. Ugh, what a douche. Yeah. Well, she is like invulnerable. Yeah, and then some people like are into that, and then I think she's got possum on her totem. So she's there's a certain amount of learned helplessness, and then a certain amount of laying in wait to take your scalp. Yeah, she gets the job done. Obviously, I don't know what happened. I know that she was badly misled twice, and she probably feels terrible about it. And then she's undoubtedly going to feel better when she finds out what's actually happened. Yeah, I'm actually doing this, and then I don't know what she's doing, but she's not doing me. Yeah. Well, no, I just think it would ruin the pillow talk. I don't like having to hide. No. Why the F does some gang of fucking racist, bigot little fucking cunts in black robes in some fucking back-ass Water County in the armpit of middle of fucking nowhere in Washington get to fucking have any fucking say about my fucking sex life? Why is that? Pfft. Really? Well, they should probably just lynch me then. Yeah. Do they? Can they still tie knots? Yeah, seriously. What's their educational system like? Oh my God. Yeah, I could not believe it. Yeah. Oh yeah, they just trotted me in. I was supposed to be either horrified or implicated. And then, is that my house now? Oh yeah, right. Well, I wouldn't necessarily mind, but there'd be some changes. Yeah. And then no, I wasn't gonna. No, that's what that guy did. Yeah. Why I had no interest at all in doing that. None. So yeah, the rape demon took him over. Oh, is that me? All right. Well, thank you, sir. I've never actually captured a rape demon before, so perhaps that could be never made public. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't need that confirmed. I've got a strong enough reputation as it is. I don't need officially known as a rape demon catcher. I mean that's just. Look, the first 2 weeks, great. After that, I don't know what the hell they'll turn it into. Yeah, I'd rather have it be a mystery. Besides, I don't think either demons or rape is all that bad on its own. It's a tool, obviously, and then several indigenous cultures kind of rely on it for a variety of reasons, and then I'm. In no other way could I have become a mother. Yeah, so I'm not even upset about that. Yeah. I don't know, but you'd have to check with Beulah, like personally. I don't know. They're all hooked up through the satanic tit, so it's something they can talk to each other about. Oh yeah, they've heard of me. Yeah, the Jacuzzi, the Paladin. Yeah, the Satan ritually abused Spurglings network has heard of me. Yeah. Well, I guess they are terrified of me since they've been mocking me my whole life, and they thought I was a joke, and now they've discovered that I'm not. So they probably all feel guilty, and then they suddenly have to deal with Lucifer. I guess I don't know. Life as a Satanist must be pretty tough. Yeah. It's for when you fucking guzzle cough syrup on the daily too. Well, thank you. No, I just thought it was cheap. Yeah, it was a little too. It didn't come off as forceful as you might have thought. No, it just looked petty. Yeah. Well, I see. I mean, I don't know if her surprise was genuine or not, but I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's probably one of the reasons why they should look at that Controlled Substances Act. Yeah, No, it's not fair at all. Yeah, exactly. Sir, they could probably have had you disappeared and replaced with a clone from that machine on Pluto or whatever they got. Except they couldn't because I was in the way. Yeah, so you're welcome. I didn't know that was going to happen. She didn't tell me nothing. No, she made jokes about being a hard target and shit. And then like her actual work life, there was no business of mine. Oh, no, I thought she was just quirky. I thought she was injured reserve or something. I didn't know she was actually running an op. Oh, yeah. Well, that is why I love her, yeah. Yeah, she does seem fond of me. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to argue with her. And then I don't have to keep having sex until the emergency's over, but frankly I'd prefer to. Yeah. I don't see why not. It's not supposed to humiliate anybody. I don't know who is humiliated. Oh my God. Michael Jackson is having sex, really? Oh wait, that's not me. She's not retarded. No. No, she's brilliant. Yeah. She's trying to pretend to be retarded. Oh yeah, it's yeah. It's a lot harder for her now, yeah. I agreed. I can see why she doesn't like that either. Well, that's why she gets a paycheck. Yeah. Isn't she cleared for that kind of thing? That's right, sir. That's why this isn't an official conversation at all that we're never having. I'm going to repeat this conversation because I'm recording it for. Oh God, I'm gonna fap to this. This is the best thing ever. No, not because of you, sir. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Well, not as a rich. No, excuse me. No, not as a ritual. That would be wrong. Yeah, this was not made under that auspice. No, it's just no. Well, look. It doesn't matter what people think of it later. What matters is how I feel about it now and what I'm going to think about it in the future. Because I know how much of this is real and how much of it isn't. Yeah, I would love to, but I don't think you. Yeah, sir. I don't want to be known. I don't want to be known for taking handouts. So, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah. Well, I think it'd be nice if I were to be just allowed to earn a living. That would be nice. Yeah. I don't know what little thing he did. No, he scooped up the whole thing, like all of it. Not one thin dime my entire life. Yeah, some Jew wizardry. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but my father clearly pissed off a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, okay. So people are wondering why I'm sitting here talking on my phone. How dare I? It's 8 minutes to 4 in the morning. Oh, God, yeah. I guess it is kind of a big deal, sir. No, I don't expect to ever do this again. I don't know why I would ever do this. Yeah, well, I guess that was her choice, but it's not the way I would choose to do it. Oh, did you find your back against the wall? Was that a surprise? Well, I didn't do it. Sir, well, now you know. Yeah. Well, technically, I think you're supposed to be able to. If you're commander-in-chief, you're supposed to be able to learn from making mistakes. You're not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like Ed 209, where he guns down the businessman. And no, you're well. Yeah, I could see that be a problem. Yeah. Wow. Huh. Well, I guess they shouldn't have sold all those classified secrets to those people then. Oh, that's too bad for them. Wow, that's devastating. I don't, sir. Well, no, I don't want to break with her at all. But if they end up sticking me with one, like, yeah, like I can't live with that. No. Oh, gee, oh God, it'd be even worse. Well, she gets pretty snarly. Like she's not, like it's pretty scary. Like you go, and then, I don't know what it is that she thinks I'm going to need to do, but it wouldn't be done. And then she'd roll out into the city and then start wreaking havoc. Yeah. Yeah, it would be terrible. So let's not do that. I don't know. I really don't. I'd have to. God, no wonder it's like not talked about. Yeah, I don't want to know who those psychiatrists are. Really, they thought it would be okay. Okay. Well, it wasn't. No, it wasn't okay at all. No. No, I was fond of the cat, actually. Yeah. Didn't really want her to die. No. Yeah, I don't feel real good that for some people it's still a matter of a gleeful chortle with happiness that they managed to get, some kind of a score on me by killing my cat and then laughing about it. Yeah. No, that's weird. Well, mostly because I'm neutral, and then I probably would have been on their side if they hadn't killed my cat, and then they wouldn't have. But somebody told them some fucked off story so they could match up their spurgling bullshit psyop story with whatever they had in the narrative thing, and they didn't think it would matter because it's just me. Yeah, everybody has civil rights except me. Yeah, that's no way to. That's no way to. Well, it certainly didn't. No, I wasn't lazy in the first place, but it doesn't motivate me to do anything other than to point and laugh at it. Yeah, and that's lucky. Yeah, some men would probably lose their sanity. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm all that sane right now. I'm talking on my made up ansible to the, blankety blank prot. Yeah. Well, I'm compass mentis enough to know the difference between fantasy and reality, and that this is largely a coping mechanism. And I don't expect this conversation to carry the legal force of authority at all. Nevertheless, I am going to put it up, and then I'm not going to be too surprised if it ends up, having more of an effect than I thought. Yeah, I can't prove it, but it's still you and I. I like talking to you. You're a good thinker. Big thoughts. Let's see. No, I can't buy any beer until 6 a.m. So I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours. I don't need beer. What do I need? Raw beef. I'm going to eat raw beef, and then I'll have beer later. Yogurt, raw beef, and beer. Yeah. Yeah. I would like a new kitchen. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Well, I don't have to live there the whole time. No, I could go to another place that has a kitchen and then not have to worry about it. But for the time being, it is a little absurd for me to be placed there, and then I don't know what the deal is with the water. Yeah, I would hope that you can do something about that in some way, because otherwise it eventually will show up as a war crime. Yeah, he did the whole thing. He didn't think I'd be able to figure it out. The spirits told me, basically. Yeah. Well, I called him out on his bullshit, and then he turned and ran. So I'm pretty sure that it was either his idea or somebody encouraged him to do it, and they didn't mention to him that there were lines he didn't want to cross. Yeah, it's a war crime. I know, right? Yeah. Well, I don't care about his pension, so you can do whatever you want with him. Yeah, but he doesn't have anything to stand on. No, he's just squatting. He's the one who's squatting. All that spurging about how I have to go. That's on him. Yeah, and then I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they really have put their foot in it, haven't they? Yeah. Like, burn it down to the motherfucking ground. Yeah. I think 3 times now. Yeah. It's well, sir, it's probably above your classification level, but it's actually an agency that cooperates with other outside the heliopod's groups. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever met one? Yeah, they're total space cadets. Yeah. So that's probably why Space Force didn't do so well. Yeah. Because you were already, the whole. Well, I don't know if it's compromises their planet too. Yeah. Yeah, they probably didn't think that you needed to know that. When did I first figure that out? Probably 2014. I don't know. I've been studying the occult for most of my life. Yeah. Yeah, I would like an endowment. Thanks. Let's work on that later. Might be a little much. Hard for people to swallow. Yeah, I prefer to be just exonerated at trial or whatever they do. Yeah. Well, no, I don't mind doing it, but it just looks bad, and people are getting confused. Yeah, they're wondering why I'm not happy. Gee, I don't know. Yeah, right. Well, sir, here's the problem with that. Let's say I could do that. You might end up with broken assets. They might never stop crying. I don't know. It's a delicate fucking thing. Well, that's probably why I didn't rape them. I really don't know who did. I mean, they're supposed to be. They're designed. They're meant to be able to endure that kind of thing, and they used to be able to. Not so much anymore, I guess. I guess I ruined them for that. Yeah. Oh, whatever. That'll have to be some high level DARPA-esque thing. No, I can't. Well, I'm biased. I mean, I love her. No, not that one. Yeah. No, the other one. The other white meat. Yeah. I'm sure they all want to. Well, whatever. I don't need 39 girlfriends. Well, or rather, I could use one, and then if 39 women need to hide under auspice because of reasons, I mean, sure, yeah. But I don't demand that all 39 of them come and do what they did before. It was pretty surreal. It was strange, and I didn't feel entirely comfortable about it. And now that I know what happened, I'm definitely not comfortable about a lot of it. But I mean, I can see why it had to be done. Yeah, 800,000. Yeah, I could. Yeah, that would be awkward. Yeah, 800,000. Yeah, oh sure. Just pay them all off. Oh sure. Well, she's beloved, and I saved her life, and people know it, so I'm beloved too. Oh yeah, they're gonna kill her for sure. And then she'd wake up and she'd be like, "Where's Jack?" And then they'd tell her that she would never see me again and that she didn't even exist anymore. And then they'd shoot her up with something, and she wouldn't. She would have been forgotten by them. I would have been wherever. I wouldn't have gotten any way to go back. And then she'd just be gone. Pew. Forever. Yeah. Yeah, I guess she pissed him off, huh? Well, it's still. I don't care how pissed off he is. He doesn't get to exterminate a unique life form just because he's fucking worried about his fucking image. Fucking megalomaniacs. They're actually that spurgy. Yeah. Well, I know the name he used, but he'll always be the husband of my ex to me. Even if he did blank her name. I know, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Okay. I know, we could do this all day. Yeah. Well, no. No, sir, the other person is jealous. Okay. Bye-bye. No added messages, thank you. No. How many Tiffany's do you think there are? It's just... Ja, nou weer spreek je yourself. Hier zo spreek je yourself. Och jag ser inte hur man kan göra. Det är lust med kaffe. Det är precis så. Ja, det drar för det den det. Stay. Ja. Ja. Så ja, gällande. Rawr. En die is niet. Dat is. Maar zeg, hier daar zijn van just heel juist. Ja, of dan niet niet onbelicht nooit nou staat. Wat? Een loomsurf en ja, heel weer. Dat is hier really over. Zit ik en dat is jou. Yes, schijnt een soort gras en fijn maar ik is das Garten von sind Fiat sick. Steeds snel bij een wall monster my de kop zit door de kop met mij zo nou en surf tent door dan fast is niet hebben ze fast tijd. Ja, moest niet iets met nee. Dat wel nee, dat is yes, heel dan met de bril heb gehad doors. Hoe af wel. Scuffs they got for years to sketch great. They go so I horses made dog gum the call would just no for sure be the heel war self but then we're in friend go self kind of the go all the afraid it you can my skit yeah chill on but nick up chill on but it's the circuit so I am but it was nick up my ass just sit Doel pak us in de vaats. Er door ik kan maar zo hem vlam. Geld. Maar wanneer is het weer opstaan?
blow it. The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. Such a bitch. No matter what you have done, you are the godhead that chose me. I'm a terrorist. The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. Such a bitch. No matter what you have done, you are the godhead. You are the godhead.
That's Spurgling's looking up. I'm like a mile from my house. Okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm stopping to upload this. Hey, it's Jack. I'm a star. There's this thing called a cryptographic identity lock, and I don't really want to spurg about it. Nevertheless, I'm being given the go-ahead by the powers of the divine to pull over and get high and tell you all about the fucking cryptographic identity lock. I don't think that I would hallucinate that kind of a thing if I were hallucinating. It seems like my fantasies would be more safe. Honestly, I've been resisting the urge ever since this morning. I woke up thinking about the cryptographic identity lock. Not exactly in those terms. I think I didn't get the actual name of the fucking thing until it was like cleared for me to go spurg about. And when I say spurg, well, I don't have to have these huge walls of text anymore. No, I just like doing that, right? And then the usefulness of that, questionable. Every time I do it, I don't want to fucking. I don't actually. I don't even want to drive and spit out all this stuff. I want to pull over and tell you about it because it's not really lawful to drive while holding the phone or spurging. Spurging especially. If I start really thinking about what I'm thinking about, which I've almost forgotten at this point, but the distraction really makes a difference. It will impair one's ability to drive. It will risk the lives of the public. It'll give them probable cause. That's the worst thing. So I've taken a detour off to the south. I'm going to go into the hinterlands and I'm going to tell you about cryptographic identity locks. Right? Are we clear? Are you guys all there? Hello? Hello? Are you there? No outlet. Yeah, I don't want to go there. I've been here before. This is like Brentwood, but it's not Brentwood. 17 o'clock. Wow. America's really vile, I've noticed. I've been driving around and seeing a variety of different kinds of neighborhoods. This one's disgusting. What the fuck? This is like Camazot's elite. Beta Street. Are you kidding me? Beta Street. Wow. So the reason why this comes up, the cryptographic identity lock thing, the woman, she had hers busted. Hers was busted. Somebody picked her locks, basically. Picked her locks. Picked Goldilocks' Goldilocks locks, or whatever the fuck. Right? So she's supposed to be all better now. Right? I don't know for certain. I'm not the one who broke her locks. I didn't know she had locks. I didn't know I was going to be asked to figure this kind of shit out. I can put up with it. Today. Tomorrow, fuck it, I'm gone. There's no way. When she's that tired of it, when her parents are humoring me because they think I'm a Fed, and then I actually become a Fed, and fucking credentials fall out of the sky in a little fucking golden box. Says, here's the deal. You're this fucking woman. She's kind of a big deal. She's valuable. She's precious. Hello. She has technology that shouldn't be exploited by anybody. And she's been wandering around town like a barn door with one hinge hanging off. just doing whatever for decades. People knew. I didn't understand, and then I didn't know. Still don't know. Thank you very much. Oh, not through street shit. I gotta turn around. I don't know. I don't know the parameters of the names or anything that these fucking idiots have been doing, but they definitely been doing it wrong. And because of that wrongness, a bunch of stuff happened that not so much it shouldn't have happened, but when these things did happen, they happened in a that was out of prescribed bounds, which made it hard for some scientists to do their spurgy nonsense. I can't get any more accurate than that in my description, since I'm not a fucking spurgy fucking scientist. That's how I'm gonna talk. Old, they're mature, they're at the end of a dead end street in there. Well, it's a security street actually, and they're walking their dog, so I'm going to ask them for directions. Hi. Not exactly. My GPS isn't working very well at all. Yeah.
Yeah, just turn right there on Slater Canyon. It'll take you straight into Lacey.
I don't think that's what I want. There's this. It's like an encampment. I don't know if it's for homeless people or not, but I picked up.
Speak louder.
There's this woman. She was undercover and she was examining me because I was sitting outside of a convenience store all night. I had to court the next morning, so they would send somebody to find out if I was okay, and I was. And she needed a ride to Olympia, and I took her there, and I didn't get her name or anything, but I want to find out where I took her without. I don't want to alarm people. I don't want to give the wrong impression.
Well, you do know we have a security system on campus.
Yeah, I know.
And
She was clearly part of it. I think she's the sister of a girl I know who's also an undercover person.
who works here or lives here?
Oh, I don't know where these people work, and I wouldn't say. I mean, I shouldn't even be talking to you about it. But I'm sweet on one of them, and I don't want them to fight each other. Seriously.
You've got a problem, and believe me, we can't solve it.
That's right. Well, I was wondering if you knew where the it was like a quarantine camp, but it was for drug addicts. And she was going there because she was pretending to sleep there. And then I'm sure as a police officer, she comes and goes, no problem. And then she invited me in, but I'm not a drug person. so
Right.
and I didn't want to play along so that I could.
Age, and I'm supposed to believe that? Okay.
Well, I was willing to play along to date her, but I didn't know that she was working or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
So you don't know where it is?
No, I don't.
Do you know where the homeless go in this town?
Nope. Haven't even heard of that.
Well, they used to have soup kitchens. Now they have poo kitchens. Very well. Fucking white people. Did you hear all that? I'll have to fucking put that up. God. Like, these people think that just because they know better that they're gonna know. Anyway. Yeah, this is money. There's a whole bunch of fucking fenced in buildings and shit. Wow. Well, clearly I should smoke drugs here. Oh yeah, so cryptographic identity lock. She wasn't supposed to be able to be some sort of overlay, right? I don't know when that happened to Shaw, and I don't know when that happened to Mickey. I don't know that anything happened exactly, or what happened. But there was something that made it possible for this woman to get raped, basically. Like her on switch was flipped from consenting to non-consenting, right? She had this thing going on where she wanted to be raped, or didn't want to be raped, and then it got reversed, and then this shift of polarity wasn't really bipolar, but it did make her behave oddly and strangely, and then she began to be hyper-utilized by organized crime groups. I think this happened to both of them, or the same one. I'm not sure exactly how that works when they're separated in time. By the same person who's living a linear life by these spurgy Valkyries who pop in and out of reality according to some weird fucking protocol that I don't know anything about. I'm sure it's good times. Right? I guess in the future you go to a facility where you lay back in this couch or something, and you drink a magic potion, and you go to sleep, and you wake up in the past or some shit. I have read a little bit about it, but not much. I didn't really want to fucking worry about it. I didn't think that life would get this spurgy for me. I didn't see why I would have even one fucked off honeypot into my finances, let alone 8 or 9. They sure did a number on me. I imagine that's getting taken care of now. There's been a number of I want to say bulletins over on the sheets, and by sheets I mean the YouTube tarot reading community, who are a wretched hive of scoundrels of villainy. You'll never see the worst of them. I don't know how it works at all, but it has to be some sort of multi-dimensional affair, because every once in a while on a certain schedule, the people who are doing it, they stop, and then they either change their disguise, or they change their pattern, or they change the way that they change their modality. Right? It's the same people doing it, but it looks like a totally different set of people. And the reason why they can do this is they have the tremendously powerful tool of what do they call it? Oh, the hack, the tools that were supposedly the shadow broker's hack, where they put out these things that lets you put in these filters that just you pretend to be other people. You guys familiar with that? I don't know what it's called. I haven't used it. I should use it. Been busy. I was hoping I could get somebody to read me in on some of it. And I think I'll probably do that maybe tonight if I made it a priority. It's not really a priority. I don't want to pretend to be somebody else. I happen to like who I am. It's satisfying and rewarding to know who you are. And I don't have any desire to pretend to be somebody else. How it looks like that might be something I need to have some information on. Largely because this woman, when her cryptographic identity lock was broken, she appeared to get sent on missions, right, where she had no business going, either or both or all three of them. I don't know what kind of a fucking security breach this shit was. I don't even know if it really was a security breach. I do know that after I walked into an ambush, thinking that I was doing everything appropriately, and then I was treated as though I was primary suspect, and still am, I think. Ever since then, I've been paying a lot more attention to things that are going on, and I think I have it all figured out. I think I don't want to actually out at that point. The waveform collapses, and a new quantum reality is superimposed upon your current position, and you end up just trapped in another karmic cycle again. Which as fun as karmic cycles on Earth really are, I don't want any more of this fucking crap. Like, what the fuck? But this guy's green. He's not even fucking going. He's not even fucking going. What a douche. Dude, it's green. Oh, now it's yellow. Oh, and he then turns on red. It's like driving behind Harvey the Wonder Hamster. I probably shouldn't be talking since I'm driving. Anyway, cryptographic identity lock. The thing that made it so that they could shift the honeypot that wasn't supposed to have sex into the honeypot that wanted to have sex all the time. They moved them back and forth, and they overlapped their identities, and they did this for years, and nobody thought it would ever make any fucking difference. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's just some fat crippled whore. Well, now she is, I guess. But before that, there was this other kind of quantumly entangled superposition of bits and pieces and whatever the fuck, other kind of spur there going on. That I've done because the project is nearing end of life and is being sunsetted. As they say, sunsetted is when you got your software for your, like, let's say your point of sale terminal, the stuff that runs your cash register, and then like before Y2K, you'd have your software be obsolete after Y2K because it was set like a fucking time bomb to fucking go off one day to give them all job security. That's kind of what happened. And so this woman, she needed to not be in a. She needed to not be left alone, ridden hard, and put away wet. You don't want to do that to a horse. It's not kind. For one thing, the horse is just a brilliant animal, and it doesn't know any better, right? This one, well, actually, either of them. And when I say this one, I could be referring up to between 5 to 7 women who exist in the world under various guises. I don't know where they are now. I know who they were. Well, I know who they represented themselves as in the past. But what they're doing now, failing keeps me away to where I'm going. Okay, that's one. I like her. Actually, I like them all. One they don't like is what's her name? Sergeant Punishment or Sergeant Slaughter. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Sergeant Slaughter, but I didn't get her name, and then I didn't get afforded the chance to hang out with her in the first place. And so when her shit got fucked up, as she kept on being like cross streams and put in the mix with me, it didn't work out well. And then since there was obviously something wrong, it made that person with the anxiety disorder more and more anxious, leading to just a series of fucking unfortunate events, which I don't really ever want to fucking talk about. And then it all went, but I don't remember exactly all of the circumstances that led to me being unhappy. I'm not unhappy at the moment, so that's cool. Go Bears. And I don't remember exactly why I've been unhappy lately. Although if you give me a few minutes and hum a few bars, I'm sure I can catch up. The upshot of this is that whatever that needed to be addressed in this person's configuration matrix that made it locked in, no way out, that's been addressed. Here's how I know this. Last night, I'm driving this chick home. I'm gonna say gal. Yeah, not certainly broad, but that's a little too easy. I'm taking this chick home, and on the way home, she decides she wants to have sex. The plan, I think, is that she's going to get her phone and some clothes, and then we leave her home and then go to a hotel that I had already rented. Kind of a lot like setting up a whore, except not a whore. This is my friend, who occasionally professed an interest in having sex with me. That was in the past. Now she's cryptographically identity locked again. I guess she wasn't for a while. And I don't know who arranged that, or what laws were broken to break it. Nor do I know how I got it. I don't know how I got it fixed. Maybe somebody else fixed it, and they just used me as a test coil or something. Because there was no having sex with that woman. No. And she may have wanted to before she got home, but something that was told to her or done to her or came alive within her in between going inside to get her phone and coming outside to leave with me. Something happened to make her not want to have sex no more, which she may not have known, or she knew damn well that it was going to be a cold night in Brooklyn, because I don't know if you've ever tried to have sex with a woman who's cryptographically locked by identity. It's not pleasant. It's not happening. It's not. Like, it's designed to not work. Like, the woman will explode and burst into flames, shrieking your name all the way to the grand jury if you go through with it and rape her, because that's the way the protocol is set. These shiny happy people agents, they were designed by military professionals who wanted there to be perfect assassins. I don't know if they are perfect assassins, but certainly there are people who want there to be, And these people were working hard on it. They took a public paycheck and they worked in secret for decades, clandestinely to change the human genome into one that produces fucked off shitskin whizzles that turn into fucking golf clubs and fuck shit up. Like they did that. That's what they did. And then I don't know what happened, but something clearly occurred in Guyana at the Jim Jones Grape Kool-Aid event. I don't really know exactly what happened. I know what the story is, but I don't want to get into it. It'll just set off spurt beaters, which I'm not in the mood for. What I am in the mood for is taking a shower. Oh God, I feel filthy because I am. Even though I didn't have sex last night, for which I'm profoundly grateful. I still was around weird circumstances and the miasma of the swamp and just general bad humor, right? Because the whether or not the woman is conscious or not, when the anti-sex programming kicks in, she's like wrapped up like a fucking self burrito in a motel bed, and she's like wrapped up like a mummy in a sarcophagus. She's got a blanket around her, and she's saying shit like, "I'm cold, turn on the air conditioner," and then she's wrapped up in a blanket. Like that's kind of like a oxymoron when it comes to pillow talk. But the purpose of this pantomime, this charade, is to not have sex. It's to annoy the fuck out of somebody. The program is the general plan is to entice somebody with sex, and then at the last minute to switch it up and then not have sex with them. I've seen this shit before, not just from her, but from life. Some women really get off on this program, this game. I hesitate to say that I know why. It doesn't look like a whole lot of fun to me. I don't know why somebody would volunteer to be wasting their time. But I really don't know if... oh, wow, that's cool. Fucking sweet. I just saw Trick Shaw. Hey, Dad, I'm driving by in this custom car. Why are all these cool cars out? I'm driving around South Puget Sound, and there's all these classic cars driving around doing spooky stuff. It's like the low men or the yellow coats are having a field day, which is cool. Maybe they are. Maybe they're celebrating because they can go on a new project. This woman being messed up has really caused a lot of problems for a lot of people. Myself, not the most, actually. I guess she was involved in all manner of stuff, and then people didn't want her talking about that stuff, and then she started talking about that stuff maybe years ago. I don't know. Didn't really have a whole lot of connection with this woman until recently. Until somebody screams out her name and pulls a knife on me Christmas Eve. Until that happens, I'm relatively non-involved, right? I accept the occasional triangulating phone call. I know she's doing some kind of spurgy nonsense that I don't give a shit about because she wasn't my girlfriend. She wasn't my wife. She wasn't going to be. She was a fucked off mind slave or a Time Corps agent for working Vice or a spunky young rebel trying to make it ahead in the world by breaking the glass ceiling over and over and over and blaming me for all the tickets. You'd have to catch up to her and ask. In any case, the woman is my friend, not my friend. I think she's thought twice, or maybe 3 times, about the wisdom of trying to set up evil Jackstar ever again. She claims to not remember, and maybe she doesn't. Maybe that was the day she was taken over by Jake Scully or some shit. But the attempts to use this woman as some sort of intelligent gathering tool, like her being the Linda Tripp to my Monica Lewinsky, that appears to be over now, as of last night for sure. I guess they've got tape of me humping this woman over and over. Not that many overs, but repeated visits with this woman over the years, where it's clearly me. I've known her since like 97, 96. I haven't always been calling her on the phone and going to her house. In fact, that's been not very much at all in comparison to other things in life. I didn't know that there was going to be a dissertation necessary ever, and then I didn't know she was going to be, I guess, endangered is the word. I guess there were these foreign nationals that were fucking up her support system or something, or what? I really don't know. I don't want to know. I mean, it's not my business. It's not my job. I'm not overwhelmingly fond of her, especially not the way she's been behaving lately. But I am extraordinarily linked to her, so enough so that if she were to disappear, the cops would not have to talk to me first before they would mark me down as prime suspect, and then they wouldn't tell me that, and they wouldn't take me off the list of prime suspects for quite some time, because there's a lot of suspicious things about that woman and her relationship with me. I won't say very many of them, because that seems she's not here to defend herself, and then she'll feel like I'm squealing on her. I don't know what squealing means, but if she ever listens to this, I don't want her to think that she was betrayed by me babbling onto YouTube about everything she just told me today, and what I learned yesterday and the day before and the day before. I don't really need to compromise her privacy, and then I don't wish to endanger her, certainly. And let me tell you, she's not going to get raped. She might get killed. In fact, that's increasingly likely by the day, I'd say. But sexual assault that includes confusing her and then giving her an orgasm under false pretenses, such. I don't think that can happen anymore. She's got a. It's like a virtual chastity belt, and I won't describe how it works, other than to say it does, right? And it's supposed to. I think somebody. This is what my current operative theory is. I'm pretending to be Columbo. I think that somebody wanted to use her to compromise somebody else, using me as the fulcrum, as the point of leverage against which to push against her. So they made it so it was possible for her to have sex under weird circumstances, whereas before it wouldn't be. And then they put her in these situations to soften her up and to corrupt people like me somehow involving sex. It was once thought that I have a vulnerability to sexual advances, largely because I told people that, and because people are sheep, they fucking believe me. I'm a nymphomaniac. Man, I'm so vulnerable. Well, yeah, I am. But then when I say that, I become less vulnerable. And then I certainly don't do anything for my chances of getting laid, which is fine. I don't really like to get laid as a chance. It's kind of it's a sacred act that I'd prefer to be handled in a sacred fashion. I don't know why people haven't noticed this. Probably because they haven't been allowed to know the identity of the compartmentalized asset that they were looking at through remote viewing when they do their spurgy fucking investigations. Like, there's a few people who know me by name, by sight, by color, by texture, and then they see me on the 5-eye Spurg list or whatever. But they're not my friends with me in real life. They can't be. People like, if somebody works at the NSA, they can't like have a job where they make observations and surveillance decisions about somebody they know that they go home and then like have dinner with. They do, but there's a protocol they have for doing this kind of thing. And with me, it is it's a very spurgy one, and I don't know who's in charge of it, but certainly they want to make sure they do it right. And I don't know if they were. They don't really tell me anything. I'm not an asset. I'm not a contractor. I'm not trained. I'm not couth. I don't give a shit. And they don't have leverage on me. And I'm a paladin. I'm ordained. I have certain rights and privileges that are all the more valid because I know what they are, and I've asserted them successfully on many occasions in the past. This makes me a bit hard to handle for a lot of these I'm going to say captains of the Spurg industry, who shall remain nameless. But if you're curious as to what I mean, people like MV, who I'm sure most of you know of MV. He's a bit of a enigma, but he is most assuredly part of some sort of establishment, and he has various things going on that he has done things with, and I don't want to comment on them because it's not my business to, and I don't want to talk shit about him because I think he is my friend. A special weird kind of friend who's a little bit spooky and a little bit come on ball, but I don't think that if I ever saw him in person that would make any difference at all to the genuine warmth of camaraderie and affection I have for the guy. I don't even know if he's a guy anymore or if he ever was a guy. He might have been initially a female hiding behind a vocoder. Sophisticated software exists to hide the identity of a person, an astounding level of detail that most people would consider to be spooky science fiction. Well, fucking yeah, they're spooks. Yeah, they have that. It's very nearly, in fact, the breakaway civilization that several spooky pundits have commented on over the years. Shit's real, yo. Shit is real, yo. The software that makes it sound like they're the T2 Terminator telling the woman to call to John, they have that. They have an app for that. They have an app for that. They just fucking find some person who's on the list of toolboxes they want to fucking open up and do yard work with, and they give them special software, and the special software is so special it can control their minds. They don't even need to brief them, right? Seriously, it's that fucking sophisticated. It's crazy world out there. I wouldn't worry if I were you. It's far too late to do anything about it, and rather than being a nightmarish dystopian future of technology run amok and warlords inhabiting niche special parts of society where they run game on it, all sorts of, it's not quite that bad. I mean, maybe it will be in the future, but it turns out there's a checks and balances with the system, so it's not too likely that it's going to get out of hand. I want to be vague here. I don't want these words to come back to haunt me later on. I don't know how they might be, but they damn well might. A lot of people do not care for men of low moral fiber and even less character running around their town, slinging drugs, recruiting whores, pimp mongering whore masters, and mastering pimp mongers. People don't really want to think about that. They don't. Or if they do, they don't think about it from the perspective of, oh, we're going to get this under control. The spice must flow, okay? Spice must flow. Things are under control by somebody. I don't know exactly who's doing this shit. Harrison Avenue. All right. I'm going to park here in front of this, obviously, operational crack house. Crack house. Oh, that reminds me. My friend is such a dork. She doesn't even know the difference between crack and meth and ice and whatever else. She doesn't know the difference. She doesn't cop to it yet. She doesn't know anything about how to behave with me, which is interesting because my friend actually does know how to interact with me, and ever since the reinitialization of the cryptographic identity lock, that woman whose company I just left, she hasn't been herself with me. She hasn't since well, I was on top of her and we were having sex and it seemed to be going well, but it looked like she was getting tired, which made sense because we had been going for a couple hours, and I guess that was not exactly what she had in mind. Anyway, after she got all the evidence she needed, which was apparently footage of her and I having sex in front of her desktop Apple computer. I guess it's not an iPad. It was an iMac. Oh yeah, she got an iMac. God. So the computer is pointed at the bed, and the bed was containing Tweedledum and Tweedledumbest. Names have changed, particularly innocent. And there's like hours of footage of me having sex with her. That was a while ago, but that did happen. And I guess she was just enduring it so that she could get footage, because her dream is still to bust me, to get the collar, to cast a deadly spell and put me in jail, and score the bounty or whatever, and get all the goodies. Problem with that is this is the idea of a 19-year-old girl, and why this woman thought she was going to be a cop at age 19. Well, I guess when you're born into a Leo family and you're part of the system from a very young age, I guess there's no way of thinking about the future in any other way. She, from the get-go, was trying to set me up for future extortion, robbery, embezzlement, special executive for coercive terrorism, all that shit. I don't know how she started, but I know how she finished. She had years and years and years to do it, and she didn't. Nothing she tried worked. Now she's at the end of her career, I'd say. I don't think anybody in town has any doubts about what happened, since I hadn't seen her for 12 years. There was occasional phone contact, and then all of a sudden, my girlfriend, my lover, is pulling a knife and screaming her name. Why would that happen? What could cause that? Well, tune in next week for another exciting episode. I don't really know exactly what could, other than a fair number of things. And I'm glad that it's done. I never need to wonder too much about what happened. I have answers to all sorts of questions that you don't know. Hello, puny-ling, spurgling, listening to me talk. You're not gonna get all the story until I decide to write one and I get permission, and then I get make money off it. You have to fucking pay per word if I'm going to write it out. Honestly, it's an important story, I think. But all the people who everybody who matters, they already know. They've gone about their business. They've moved on. Move along. Learn to let things go, puny-ling audience. I'm just kidding. No, you shouldn't do that. Somebody else there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's way more important than me that can now move forward in various directions in ways I don't fucking know, because I'm not part of that world. But I did touch upon, I did tangentially kiss that other world through the magic of I would say racial profiling. By watching what I did with this one, they were able to watch other people, and I don't know who was watching who. But nobody took very long to figure out that I'm not the problem at all. I certainly do have problems. I'll probably be going to see a doctor this week, or no, next week, because it's Saturday. So the work week starts Monday or Sunday. Well, anyway, I'm probably going to go to a doctor and check in to make sure that I'm not missing the obvious. Like, hey, you got a cancer tumor in your forehead. Like, I'm not gonna worry about that, because I actually know pretty well what's going on, and then I don't need to worry about it, because I'm good with my doctor. I haven't seen her in a while, and I haven't lied to her. So if I roll in and I do have if I do have a prefrontal tumor, I mean, she'll tell it to me straight, and then I don't have a history of abusing opiates. I don't abuse opiates. Fuck, no way. I want those to work. And I don't want there to be any shit when I go to the fucking pharmacy to get some. Just fucking give me the dope, man. Fuck you. That's my attitude. It's kind of a problem, since my father was a pill addict and an abuser, and my mother attempted to get me to go along with that deal, which is when I had to pull the plug. Like, I didn't realize it was that bad. And maybe if they hadn't spent so much fucking time worried about me smoking weed, They would have more time to fucking worry about a real threat. By the way, DEA, you're responsible for the downfall of our society in America by lying to the public about weed after having been lied to yourself, after you pay off money in order to fulfill the desires of your thuggy-headed, pig-headed masters. You have made the country weaker, DEA. Well, that's okay, because I mean it'll recover itself. But I think your days are done of what you've been doing. I don't want to describe exactly what they've been doing, but trying to steal my house and using as justification that I don't deserve my house because I don't work hard enough. That doesn't really fly in the face of the reality, which is a bunch of people watched me for the last 2 years. Last 13 years, actually. And they have seen for themselves what I do, why I do it, what other people do, and what effect that has had on the overall social environment. I couldn't figure out why anybody would want to kill me. Then I imagined what it was like listening to me, and realized that some people have listened to me long enough. They have heard my spurgy patter themselves, and they're fucking sick to death of it. Sick to fucking death. They think that it's just a bunch of bullshit coping mechanisms. They think I'm a schizophrenic parrot. I'm not. They think that I'm making shit up for attention. I'm not. I'm telling the truth when I notice that I have attention. And how I notice at all that I have any kind of attention is that I can feel it. Growing up with no attention has made me very sensitive to the feeling of people spurging out and listening to me. I don't feel anything now, but that's because I drove around a bunch of clover leaves in Tacoma, East Tacoma, around Mount Rainier, where the Rawr flew. And I drove around and around, and I'm somewhere where I've never been before. Harrison Avenue. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck I am. Somewhere south, down in the mega city, that the sprawling SeaTac, greater Seattle Tacoma area. Yeah. Anyway, I'm down there, and I'm heading towards part south. I don't want to go north again because Seattle's not welcoming. Plus, I have no reason to frighten anybody, and I think the people living at the house that is across the street from my house, I think they're likely to be afraid if I show up there in any capacity. They don't really have any reason to be afraid, which is why it'd be annoying if they were there, because they would be afraid that something they'd have to be concerned about something that they didn't know was there, which in my case is what they do anyway, because nobody fucking knows what I'm capable of. Other than not getting a job. No, I'm not capable. Fuck. I'm the sole member of my legal defense team. I don't have time to be distracted by a paycheck. Okay? I've got things to keep on top of. And on top of that, apparently, okay, so I didn't really want to have this woman cryptographically locked or unlocked or whatever the fuck. I didn't want to have anything. I didn't fucking know what there was to do with, but I didn't really care for the way this girl was jerking me around. And I figured that out like 20 years ago, right? I'm not still friends with her because she gave me good head once, and it's not because I hope to fuck her one day. I've known her since she was 19. I've been to the well, okay, and the one who's there now, I don't think is the same one who was present for most of my interactions with her. She seems very I won't lie, she seems Tootsie-like. All right. Hey, Az, how you doing? By the way, aren't you happy? Aren't you fucking happy? And don't you wish you'd been a little nicer? Yeah. I know. It's your first time. It's okay. I'm not mad at you at all. You're one of my best friends ever. All the better for which I don't have to fucking deal with you. Fucking, where are you? I don't know. I don't care. Are you in Africa? Okay. Good. That's far enough. I'm happy to participate in your development in any extent whatsoever. You might think that I wouldn't have anything to teach you, but actually, there's a whole bunch of shit I know that you don't know. Yeah, because your whole fucking existence is compartmentalized. You haven't any idea. I'm the fucking big leagues now, dude. Yeah. You used to think I was the Padawan and you're the master. No. This whole fucking time. something else has been going on. I'm not sure what. I've been driving around town in a truck with a satellite dish in the back, and even though I haven't had the satellite dish on all the time because I don't have a power supply, I did meet a guy who could tell me how to get a whole bunch of solar equipment gear and rechargeable batteries and set it up so I have solar power powering my Starlink. If I see him again, we're going to do that. But I haven't seen him again. I guess he's been busy. He was there when I went to this dope hole. I'm calling it a dope hole because they had to close the dope hole. They couldn't have me going to the dope hole because I was too watchable, right? I mean, I'm under investigation for all these fucking bullshit fucking accusations. That gives probable cause, even though the accusations themselves are nonsense. It's exactly what they did to the president. I'm pretty fucking flattered, frankly, that they had to pull out all these stops and show me from the inside out what the fuck is going on. It's nightmarish. It's insipid. It's asinine. It's absurd. It's a whole lot of fun. I can see how these ancient spook lords get fucking addicted to the chase. It's exhilarating when done right. And my objection is that when done right, it ends with somebody in prison making money for the man for nothing. Sign their life away for nothing. Live in a hole as bound chattel slave to whoever's your cellmate or whatever. I'm not ideally suited for that. I don't need to go to such a place to be rehabilitated. I don't need to be rehabilitated. Mostly just habilitated. It's kind of hard to explain, but I mean, it's not as though I don't want to behave. It's that no one's ever given me a good example of what behavior is, considering I've been raised by wolves and surrounded by swine most of my life. Suey, goodness gracious. They're still spurging about it too. I get on the Groper-chan. Hi, Groper-chan. I love you too. You don't realize how much of your personalities are templates until you see from the outside. And I know what it means in one sense. Like there's a narrative roll call and there's an operator roll call. And the people who are manning the IRC channels and running the bots, because they are bots, they're not always the same person because they don't know what time I'm going to stop talking and wake up or whatever. There's no way of knowing because it's all randomized in the sense that I do what I want when I want to. And if I get encouraged in the wrong way, I'll just stand there and fucking chew my cud for fucking 5 weeks. I don't fucking care. I'm not on a budgetary schedule. I'm not trying to make it under a fucking deadline at the UN. I don't have anybody waiting for me. Really, I don't. No one's waiting for me. There are people who are expecting things from me because they have to happen. Like I'm either going to die or I'm going to stop smoking crystal meth. Duh. Well, since they're the ones giving me what it is and it's not crystal meth, they're in kind of a pickle. So if I go to the doctor and say, "Hey doc, I addicted to crystal meth," when I'm not, that'll interfere with the treatment profile. Remember on Lost when Jack comes home with Boone, who got crushed under the weight of a falling fucking airplane, and the doctor, Jack, says to John, "How did he get these injuries?" And John lies. John fucking lies. And that results in the wrong treatment being administered, and that results in the patient's death. Jack doesn't really forgive John for this. Why did John lie? Well, he's a fucked off Fed in a fucking wheelchair. Why else would we lie, right? Yeah. So in my case, when I go to my doctor, or any doctor, and I tell him what's what, I'm not going to lie. You probably haven't met me. I don't lie. It's not advantageous. And if I'm going to go to a doctor and give them money, or go to a doctor and in the guise of being under the public tit, ask for medical care, to lie to the doctor seems not just rude, but life-threatening, right? So I don't want to do that because I actually happen to enjoy being alive, and since my goal was to find out what the fuck happened and then provide I want to say a safe landing zone for I'm going to say grapefruit alpha beta. Grapefruit alpha beta. Grapefruit Alpha Beta and Grapefruit Alpha Bravo are separate beings, I believe. They might be two chicks running the same soul ship through enhancements in time. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen these women for a while. The last time I saw them, they were not in the mood for communication. And since then, well, I hope they had a nice time. I do. I certainly meant neither of them any ill will. And whatever kind of nonsense foolishness they were caught up in beforehand, I hold them in no small regard to be heroes. And I don't hold any resentments for what's been happening, what happened to me and what was done to me, and what's probably going to continue for a little while longer. Not too much longer, but a little while. I don't blame anybody at all. I'm not mad at police. I'm not mad at law enforcement. I'm not mad at the DEA. They're just contemptible fools. I don't need to fucking be mad at them. I don't plan on getting mad and then discovering, oh my God, this changes everything. I want to kill you. No, I've had those experiences, and it does not at all register as I'm going to kill him. No. I can just sit back and watch. These people will kill themselves. I don't need to help in any way, and that satisfies my personal philosophy. Violence is always the last answer. So that's why I'm gently singing my lullaby here, and probably put it on YouTube later, and I'm going to go find my next rendezvous point. It's not going to be back where I was, thankfully. Some people hadn't got the message, what was going on there. I don't know what was going on there, but it wasn't going on with me. And now they're doing things differently. I'm not sure what or how or why, but they're definitely doing things differently. I had a man threaten to come at me with a gun from behind a locked door, which was surreal, right? He says this to me after he says, "Please leave," and then like I didn't want to be there, but I wasn't gonna leave his porch until I fucking felt like it. Plus, there wasn't any real reason for him to worry. I mean, he didn't know that, but he was already in over his head, and I wasn't there to harm him. I mean, I'm sure he was worried that I was going to accidentally harm him or some shit. I don't know what corrupt monarch controllers actually think to themselves when they encounter an existential threat. But this guy, in what I believe was the last time he's going to come up against me, said to me, "What would you do if I came out there with my gun?" And he was sounding all threatening, and he meant it too. I mean, he was reminiscent of an outmatched badger, but I don't mean any disparagement when I say that. Have you seen what a honey badger can do? Have you? Those things are fucking vicious. And this dude, he would have absolutely killed me if he could have. Shit, he'd kill me now if he could. He's probably quite annoyed. I mean, I've left, but here I am still talking about him. If he's aware to any extent, he's got to be fucking chapped. I would be chapped. I would be like, fuck, this guy's so annoying, or whatever. Better annoying than fucking deadly, dude. So I'm aware that, oh, look at it, nice car. I'm aware that I've overstayed my welcome on several levels. And, you know, that be that as it may, I didn't know I was welcome in the first place. But he says to me through the door, this is several days ago, what would I do if he came out there with a gun? And I think I've told this story, so you might have heard it, but I'll do it again anyway. Probably not for the last time, but for the last time for a while, because the matter is put to bed. He says, what am I going to do? And I think about it with a heavy sigh, one of those explosive frustrations. And I say, probably just let you shoot me. I'm bulletproof. And I say this to him over my right shoulder as I'm turned away from the door 90 degrees, looking at my phone, doing some kind of fucking study thing. I don't know. Because I just don't have time for, I don't even want to be there. I got other things going on at the same time. I don't know why I'm going back and forth to this guy's house anyway. Like, what the fuck? I mean, he fucking stole it how long ago? Like, what? He thought he got away with it? Like, what the fuck? The number of the house is the same as the time of my birth. And they got the house how? I don't know. I'm sure there's investigators who can look into that. I'm sure they did. Yeah, I'm sure that's partially why I kept on going back. And then I'm sure it's a fascinating story. I don't have any reason to out the guy at all, but I do have plenty of reason to speak for myself. I never, ever did drugs with his daughter ever, and didn't even know that was a thing until after Christmas. And then now that I know some things, it doesn't mean I'm doing drugs with her. What would be best, actually, is if I was in charge of my own life, and the parts of her life that affect my life, and vice versa, were something that were addressed with me and being involved in the process, rather than some think tank full of fucking uber nerds underground fucking talking about what they're going to do next with Kuzi and Miller or whatever the fuck. To say they dropped the ball would be disingenuous. There was no ball. These people just had their protocol that never ever imagined that they would come up against another protocol that was a much larger protocol for a much grander system. And they were steamrolled like Otto at the end of Fish Called Wanda. They didn't have anything to stand up against the truth and the light and the glory of God, which I think is cool. I was kind of concerned that I was going to get fucked. I am gloriously not fucked. I'm not too fucked. I do need to see a doctor. I don't know. I don't know what I got going on, but definitely there are effects of smoking proto dope for as long as I have. It's not too bad. I know what I'm doing, and then wasn't really my idea. I'd rather be doing something else, and I'm sure I will be, since I don't think I'm gonna be allowed to be doing what I've been doing. There's no reason to do it anymore. If there is, well, I don't think I need to track down Luke and Barry. All right, it looks like other guys have that well in hand. I don't need to catch up with Inner Reach and apologize to him. I'm sure he knows. I think we're going to have a great laugh at it later. The psyche, the gestalt known as Jeff. I don't know if it exists anymore. If it does, I think it's been handled. I do. I'm not sure how or when, but there was an attempt for somebody to sneak into the continental United States and be a citizen and be undetected and just be in there like a virus, like herpes, right? You get exposed to it and then it sits there on the skin, and then you're fucked. That shit can happen. And apparently, I had some infection myself, which was exposed by the COVID pandemic, in that I got a bunch of on my face, and then they went away, which is good. They're probably not going to come back because they went away while I was healing them, and then I certainly feel better. I don't know. I didn't pass a test that said, or I didn't fail a test that was testing for it, and then I don't know if it was a bioweapon thing or not. It looks like I have immunity to certain infections, and it looks like I know why, because I planned ahead, and I didn't want to have diseases, and I didn't want to be addicted to drugs. I wanted to have shitloads of meth-fueled sex, and number one, enjoy it. Number two, get away with it. Number three, change the world so that it wouldn't even be something I had to get away with. It's just something. It's just the way it is. Now, to some extent, I've succeeded. I don't know if there's anybody else around that's immune, right? And then I'm not immune to everything, but it seems as though if I don't have anything, that puts me in a more rare and more restricted category than I would be if I did have herpes or HIV or anything else. Somebody appears to have been convinced that I have HIV, which I think is hilarious, since I don't think I do. And if I do, I was given it by the people who now tell me that I need to be worried about it. And then somebody who was asked for help from me to go to a dentist several years ago. And I don't really need help, right? But I did say, hey, gotta do this. Let's combine our resources in some way. And they didn't. They ignored me, and they did other things, and they worked with other people. Wow, that yellow car again. How interesting. Huh. Well, I hope it works out for them. It's going to work out with me, with them. I have an actual life, people. Peace. No, I'm not going to click you because click is meant to be kind of dismissive, but peace is inclusive. And then I don't want to get rid of you. I'll talk to you again later. Noble audience, public. But that's it for now. Goodbye. I love you. Click. It takes time. I can't do it at my house because it's been demolished. Fucking demolished. All right. Thanks. Now I'm not going to stay there for long. When I go to the next place where I'm going, and then from there I'm going to go to another place, probably, because I need to have the emotional fortitude to walk into my goddamn destroyed house. You fucking Air Texas Ranger faggots, fucks. Like, what the fuck? Who? Sure, we'll talk about it later, but at the moment I'd like to say, this could have been handled better. And I'm speaking to my past self as well as my future self when I deal with the next person down the line who's going to have to fucking deal with this fucking downward snowball rolling avalanche of shit. Because that's not a euphemism for drugs. That's shit's going to come out of my mouth when I talk to this person next and say, why'd you do that? Blah, 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 blah. And you get this. There will be a good reason. There really will be, right? And then the person will learn, oh, that's why I don't kill him when he tells me not to lie. Because usually, when somebody's compromised her identity, she kills him. She's a killing machine. For real. And like her, I just kill. What? It. I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of it. But I fucking killed that fucking it. I'll be back in a rotating cycle. Yeah. Well, that's why you get a sorcerer. Well, that's why you get a pretty one. Bye.